It just felt like minutes. We are doing our series finale recap of MTV Faking It, which is so bittersweet. We are so
This is the last Faking It Friday. I might cry.
I'm gonna try and keep it together, but then go in my room and cry. We're gonna have a special guest joining us shortly. We won't say who it is, though. We're gonna keep it secret for now.
Surprise.
You'll have no idea, and then she'll just like pop up, and you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I had no idea she was joining." So we're gonna be doing our recap first, and then when we do our discussion, we got some questions, we got some rapid fire, we got a whole bunch of stuff planned for this special guest, Katie Stevens. So we're doing a recap first, and then Katie's gonna join us. She's gonna tune in from wherever she is in the world. We're actually not sure. We'll find out where she is. And then you guys can ask some questions. We'll all cry together, guys. We're going to get through this.
It'll be okay.
So let's get right into the recap because people want to see Katie and they don't want to see us.
Yeah, okay.
Let's get into it. Number 1. For the series finale of Faking It, what do you think the episode was called?
I think this episode was called At Least Karma Didn't End Up with Honey Doucheface. That's what I'm going to call this episode.
That's a good title for that episode. I think this episode was called Uncancel Faking It. I don't know. That's just a hunch. Should we get right into it?
Let's get into
the series finale recap of Faking It. Remember Diane? Yeah, no, we tried to forget about her too.
And we also got our first L word joke this season, and we agree about that horrible 6th season that we do not speak of.
So Karma's helping Amy bitch about Mean Girl, and they decide to do what most people do after a breakup, and that's burn shit down.
Yeah.
Including Karma's house.
But, thanks to that, Karma and Amy are now roommates. But really, Carter? You made them roommates? Why do you need to torture us like this?
Do you hate us so much? I don't understand. Making them roommates.
Oh, man.
Also, Karma never really seems to have a house in this series. Right?
Yeah, it's true.
Poor girl.
It's been every season, almost.
And speaking of houses, is Moses still homeless? Why is no one talking about this?
I mean, too much relationship drama.
I think that is a bigger issue than relationship drama. There is a teenager that is homeless.
Oh, man. But, okay, so meanwhile, Hottie Doucheface and Evil Stepsister are still faking their relationship for social media purposes, which now I think makes me question a lot of YouTubers' relationships. Never thought about it before.
So Gay Scout and Moses are still fighting because in the last episode, Gay Scout didn't really see Moses as a real man. What does Moses have to do, Gay Scout? Build a house with his bare hands? Do that nasty spit thing that guys do? If Moses is making more money on faking it, though, than Evil Stepsister, then he is a real man.
Real man. And Mean Girl, in a desperate last attempt, asks Karma to help get her back together with Amy because she is actually bi.
Karma.
Excuse you.
Sorry. Also, shout out to Karma for the hilarious Sabrina the Teenage Bitch nickname. Like, why didn't we think of that one?
She should be doing these.
Yeah.
She should have done it.
Karma should have actually been the one doing the recaps.
Yeah. And so Amy can't stop talking about Mean Girl because she is so upset that another girl has lied to her and broke her heart. But, like, Amy, are you actually in love with Mean Girl? Like, love? You dated for, like, 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't just really like her?
That's a thing. You can really like someone and not love them. I'm just a note. And you know what? It's New Year's Eve. Finally, you know that random day that Feelover picked that he could date again? Randomly? Why is Feelover an alcoholic again? I don't know.
But stop everything. Lisbeth is back, and she's bitchier than ever. And also, what is this New Year's Eve party that's serving alcohol to minors? Don't drink, kids. You'll get pregnant and die.
Happened to me once. So Gay Scout tries to patch things up with Moses, and he makes a joke about spinach. But Moses gets, like, really offended about it. So note to self and note to you, don't mention spinach around trans men. They don't like it.
Off the list.
Don't. Sore spot.
Okay, but he makes up for it for sticking up for Moses when Moses' shit-ass brother marches into the party, and not only misgenders Moses, but is being a real big dick ass. Dick ass. He's a real douche face of the series, but like without the hottie.
Yeah, definitely. He's dick ass. That's my new go-to insult.
That should just be his nickname.
Dick ass.
We have to give him one.
Dick ass. So Karma goes on stage and in front of the entire party asks for Amy to listen to Mean Girl and what she has to say. My personal favorite part of Karma's entire speech was, I don't even like Sabrina.
Just had to say that.
Just side note, I hate the bitch.
Sidebar it. But like at this point, isn't Hester sick of Amy and Karma's relationship dramas by now? Does anyone else even date at that school?
I don't think so.
Just their like
just
inner circle.
Yeah. So Mean Girl goes up on stage and she tells Amy that she originally was faking it, but then she realized that she was actually in love with Amy and she wants to be with her.
Right.
What the hell, faking it? Why couldn't Mean Girl's speech be given to Karma? Because, like, it was literally the exact speech Karma would have given Amy. Face swap.
Just face swap. Rewatch. Picture Karma in Mean Girl's place.
I'm gonna Snapchat face swap that scene again, just so I can get the ending that I want.
And then end the episode.
And then turn it off and enjoy.
That's it. But it said we got a cut to Fielover's face, and we tried not to laugh.
Oh, God. I mean,
Poor
when they cut to
Fielover.
poor Fielover's face, I died a little of laughter. Because he was so upset.
Yeah.
So, because Elizabeth was being a real bitch. She was being real mean to Evil Stepsister. So, Holly Doucheface felt bad for Evil Stepsister and decided to keep faking it with her. I think this is the only time in the entire series that I actually didn't hate Honey Doucheface.
Yeah?
I
Wow.
mean, I don't know, but I'm shipping, we're calling them blooper.
Yeah, from last week's recap that was like 5 minutes ago.
Blooper is what
Because
we're
it's a
calling
mistake. And the series ends with
Amy and Mean Girl kiss,
Hottie Doucheface and Evil Stepsister kiss,
Gay Scout and Moses kiss,
and Karma and Fielover kiss?
I mean, that's how it ended. Those are the couples that MTV decided to give us. But I mean, okay, the only ones we're actually not happy about are Karma and Amy.
Right.
Everyone else is cool with us.
All
So
right,
that's
well,
our recap.
That's our final Faking It Friday recap.
I think we should get to what everyone really
Yeah,
wants,
what
and
everyone's
that
here
is
for.
to have a very special guest join us. She's very special to us.
Yes.
She's very special, I think, to you. And you all might know her as Amy's supposed-to-be girlfriend, Karma, and that's Katie Stevens. So, Katie, if you would like to join us now,
I'm doing it. Oh, yeah.
you just have to go to the top, and I know if I'm pointing, and it says guest. And then you click guest, and then you click something.
I mean, we didn't rehearse this, so...
In the meantime, Sarah is
What
going
if
to
this
sing
is
a
all?
song.
What if this is all just a giant lie? We're faking it. There's no Katie Stevens.
No, Katie Stevens here. I'm going to do a dance.
Do a dance.
This is my dance. This is my waiting for Katie Stevens dance. And it's going to end with me throwing up because I'm so nervous. There we go. Nope.
Nope.
That wasn't... You people aren't Katie Stevens. So we're not going to add you. What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm just waiting.
Send Katie this link so she knows where to go.
Okay.
Maybe we'll do that.
Okay.
Guys, don't worry
We
about
need
it.
to
We got
just
it.
we are professionals.
Let's answer some questions.
Okay.
First of all. If anyone has any questions about me, personally, I will answer them at this time. Wait, there's 3 guests now. Let's see who's the next one.
How do I
No
get
one
rid
that's
of
Katie.
these?
How do we get rid of you people that aren't actually Katie Stevens?
Oh, she's doing it.
She's
She
doing
just
it.
messaged that I'm doing
She's
it.
doing it. Katie is
Okay,
here. She's in
everyone
the building,
chill.
not the physical building, but the digital building. See, Amy wanted to do a giveaway on the sign,
That's
and I said,
funny.
I'm like, maybe someone wants
I
a
was
sign.
like, no one wants
and
a
Sarah
sign.
said, no one wants this shit ass sign.
No one wants a shitty sign.
So I don't know.
All right. Katie's doing it.
Someone said, I'm laughing so hard at the guest request. Everyone's just like, I'll join. If Katie's not here, I'll just do it.
Anybody who thinks they look like Katie Stevens is now.
Oh, Glenda said she's going to just buy the sign. I think we should do an auction. An auction? An auction.
Katie's saying, why isn't it working? Oh.
There we go.
Is it working now?
No, it's just another random person.
Hold on. All right, let's help. See, this is...
We can type it in there, can't we?
Type what in?
What's happening in there. So, Katie, see at the top of the chat box, it says chat, and then it says guests. Click on the guest part.
Chat, audience,
guests.
And guests. I mean, it might just...
Says,
I think she's trying that, and for some, maybe it's not working. And then you go add yourself.
I mean...
I assume since, Katie, you are leaving a comment, you are logged in with your Twitter account. Because I don't think you can leave a comment if you're not logged in.
No, I think you have to be logged in.
How about these people who are trying to add themselves as guests? How about Katie Stevens? And tell her I'm into it.
Oh, man. What do these people think? You think we're just gonna add you? Because we're like, why not?
You're getting real mad about it, Adrianna.
Everyone's adding themselves. They're just like, why not? I'll just do it. We're going to do Dancer BP. You're joining in now.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking back.
Okay. Let's try to figure out what the...
Let's do some problem solving and not just making fun of
Do what I do when I can't figure stuff out. I just Google it, and I Google the longest sentence ever of... Why can't I join a broadcast when I'm trying to join a broadcast on YouNow and it's not working? And that's what
I think you have to be logged in with your Twitter, and then you click on, it says chat, audience, guests, over where everyone's writing their messages.
Mm-hmm.
And then you click become a guest. And then you pose for a snapshot.
And you pose for a snapshot. Maybe I should message. Maybe we should try and get the...
Katie, we're also on Twitter. I sent you a link.
There's another guest. None of the guests. Now there's 7 guests. We just keep getting more guests, but none of them are Katie Stevens.
I think this would be a very fun way to end Faking It Fridays, where we're faking our guests.
Fooled you all. Who the hell is that? What am I in? I'm in your Twitter. Oops. Guys, can you please help out Katie Stevens? The people that are joining, how are you doing it?
Katie,
we have 9 guests now.
We're on Twitter also.
It says I'm in the queue, but I'm not showing up. I'm screaming out. Okay. Oh, probably in line. Maybe we have to deny everyone else.
How do I deny people?
There we go. We got it. We figured it out through the power of us. It's working.
I'm literally sitting here, and you guys are talking to me, and I'm like, I'm here.
I'm in the line.
You know what? It's
so stressful
for adding themselves as guests. So you people in the chat have nobody to blame but yourselves.
Okay, you guys might need to sit on each other's laps or something.
Oh, that's fine with us. Yeah. How are you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Fantastic as well.
I just gave my dog one of those bones that has the treats in it so that she won't bother us. So if you hear weird chewing in the background, that's what that is.
That's fine. We have a cat, and she's sleeping right now, but sometimes she likes to scream at us if she's hungry.
So that's Winnie.
It's totally normal.
How are you guys?
Oh, we're good.
This is fun because now
I'm so relieved that now this has worked. I was like, well,
that's it. Thanks for watching, everyone.
All right, we're done. Bye.
Yeah.
All right, so first of all, thank you for the support you've given our ridiculous show over the past few years, and thank you for your incredible representation of Karma.
Oh, thank you.
Literally the first time you tweeted at us, I think it was like 2 years ago.
I remember, and I laughed really hard at your video afterwards where you were like, oh my god, Katie Stevens.
It took us about 45 minutes to respond because we didn't know what to say. And then we were just literally jumping around our apartment.
I literally, when the show first started, I was kind of on YouTube Googling, like, to see if people had reaction videos to it, and that's how I came across you guys. And I was just on set, and I was like, guys, these people are hilarious.
You're like, look at these old lesbians. What are they doing?
You guys aren't old. We're probably near the same age. I just played 16.
We're definitely not. I am 56 years old. So.
Oh my god, I'm 65.
I know, I look great though. I look so good for 56. But for real though, we really want to thank you. You did such a great job as Karma.
I know.
As like...
It's really sad, and I've found that I'm getting a lot of people on Twitter, like, yelling at me about the ending, and I'm like, y'all have to realize we didn't know that was going to be the end. That was meant to be, like, a cliffhanger that would take us into the next season. And
absolutely. And
that's why Carter wanted to write for, I think it was, like, the True Hollywood Reporter or whatever that's called. He wrote a letter to the fans of what season 4 would have looked like.
Oh yeah, we read that immediately.
Yeah.
You can tell for sure at the end because the first couple questions we're going to ask you is because we're like, we have all of these kind of loose ends, so we want to kind of come up with an ending together for these characters.
Okay.
Because they're not. We read Carter's letter as well.
Didn't like it.
So they're not. They don't have anything to do with Karma or Amy.
No.
But it's all of the other characters and what's going to happen.
That they're unanswered, and we need closure.
We need closure for some of these characters.
I get to make this up. Carter might not be very.
Yeah, you need to make it up. Yeah. Okay.
We can all make it up together.
Yeah. Okay. So like, very important. Okay. Number 1, does Amy's mom find true love?
I would say she tries out, like, Christian Mingle, she tries out a bunch of other dating websites, and she gets catfished a few more times, and she's, like, really down on her luck. And then, where could she go that she could find love? Where would Farrah go to find love?
I feel like maybe she just might find it, like, at a bar. Like, she's just, like, she tries so hard.
She went to one of those, like, the fast dating things that they have, like, the ding onto the next person, and that's where she finds true love. I feel like she's going to get married and divorced a few more times, though.
As long as there's true love at the end of that tunnel.
Yes.
I'll go on that journey with her.
Always a divorcee, never a wife. That's pretty much Amy's mom.
I hope that's not the way life goes.
So the next character that we need closure is what happens to Oliver? Is he part of, like, Anonymous now? Or does he just, like, live in that room?
Oliver, he runs Anonymous.
Right? That's what we thought.
He's in charge of. And then he does drama on the side with LeBron.
Interesting. Ooh. It's a good mix.
Yeah.
Okay, the next.
Anonymous is really just like his ploy to get Amy to fall in love with him, and it's never and he's not grasped that yet.
He's like hacking her phone, he's hacking her emails.
You think Anonymous is a group, but it's actually
he really was the one that released Amy's journal. Karma just took her.
Okay, so next, Hottie Doucheface, or you might call him Liam. We just call him
Liam.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, I do crack up all the time every time you say Hottie Doucheface.
It's probably the best nickname we've come up with.
Yes.
So.
It is one of them.
So what happened? Like, does he find his dad? Is he Jewish still? Is his dad Jewish? Who's Jewish?
Like if he was like Jewish and then like his dad is just like not Jewish and knows nothing about Judaism and he's got to like teach his dad and stuff. But I'd like his dad to be like super like a poor musician who like just never made it.
Yeah.
And they like just bond on the fact that like their art, they just can't make it in their art.
And they can both live out of their car.
Yes.
And they can bond over that.
Very
expensive car. They can both live.
Like upgraded a little. Like maybe he was homeless like Liam when he was a teenager, and then now that they're older, he like upgraded to like a VW huge van.
Oh, that'd be good. And I can see Liam's dad.
No, but I think that's why Karma and Tim bond, because Karma's always homeless.
Always homeless. Just when Karma gets a home.
Every time I got a script, I was like, okay, so first my house was sold because my parents sell weed, and then I was living in a van, and now you burned my house down. Why? Do I not
But
get
she always
a
looks great, though. Yeah. So
best looking homeless person.
Yeah.
I mean, but I said, like, we had this conversation because I remember, like, I love all the wardrobe that we put me in, and they were talking about when they made me homeless that they were going to, like, really dumb down my look. And I was like, that would not be true to Karma. Karma would, like, overcompensate and make sure that she looked rich as hell when she was walking.
Exactly. She'd be wearing Gucci to school. She's like...
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I'd say she goes to Free People. That's expensive.
When we were, like, looking up pictures for you, and, like, we put, like, Karma Ashcroft, and one of the tags that came up was, like, Karma Ashcroft's wardrobe, because, like, people love it, apparently, so much. Everyone's searching it.
Beth Hop. She killed it. Every time.
Yeah. Okay, and this is the final...
Most important.
This is the most important. Will Noah find a home?
Physical home.
He will, I mean, let's be honest. What do we say? Let's be honest? That's what we say.
Yes. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. He is gonna, him and Shane are gonna fall in love, and Shane's mom really doesn't give a shit what he does, so he's just...
I mean, everyone lives with Shane.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what Sarah thought.
I was like, if Hottie Doucheface can live there, Noah can live there.
Yeah. But then, you know, then that makes it weird, because if they break up, then, like, where does he go? Then he's homeless again. So maybe he makes it really big in music and makes a shit ton of money, and then he's able to, like, buy his own house and be a...
And then he can open, like, a school for trans youth, kind of like the X-Men.
It was just Xavier's house. Yeah.
Yes.
And then he brings them all in.
Yes.
There we go. I mean, that's a spin-off, Katie.
We did it. We did it. I'd like the school to be in North Carolina as a big...
Oh, that'd be even better. We're bringing in all of the trans youth to North
Carolina. Up yours.
Home of the homeless trans youth, but now have a school for all of them.
Homeless, just probably LGBTQ youth. Just all of them.
All of them. I wouldn't. Trans people are too amazing. I would never make them go to North Carolina.
But I think they should flee from there.
Yeah.
So, okay, we got some questions for you, Katie.
Bring them.
Are you ready? Okay, so.
Ready as always.
We've been rating the episodes this season based on the number of bullets that we would take.
I'll be honest, I got this.
Yeah. So we want to know.
Tons of bullets.
Mm-hmm.
When you say, like, I would take a bullet to the heart, is it like, I was so good I would die for it? Or I
that's really
before watching it again?
No, like, you watched the episode, how much did you love the episode? So if you're like, I didn't like the episode, you're like, I'd take a bullet to the arm so I could still live.
I'd be okay.
You'd be like, I'd be fine.
me.
But if you're like, this was the kill-all episode, bullet to the heart.
To the heart, because faking it's ending, and I'm so sad about it. So you have to watch the finale over and over again, and if you need to do a few face swaps in there, go ahead. Yeah.
So yeah, Sarah's gonna rate her. So we're rating it for the season.
Yes.
Okay. So Katie's taking one bullet to the heart.
No, 1 million. Did you say 1 million?
I said 1 million to the heart.
You said 1 million.
I'm done. I'm done.
Done.
It's done.
There's nothing left.
Nothing left to live for.
Yeah. So I said I would take 2 bullets. One for Whoa and one for I Know.
Oh.
Those are favorite.
So kind of I remember watching your first recap of this season. You're like, we're just waiting for the Whoa, I Know. And I was like, shit, there's no way.
Oh no. Well, good that we read Carter's letter, because I was like, oh, he was supposed to give it to us. We just didn't get it in time.
And that's the thing is, like, I feel so bad, like, for Carter and all the writers especially, because, like, they had a plan that they couldn't execute. And I know, like, you know, it's always when you take a script to, like, the networks, even if Carter had wanted to do Carmi this season, the network could have been like, no, like, that's too soon, let's wait. So it's like, the agony is not all our fault.
Yeah.
Okay, and after now that we've explained what the bullets mean, I'm just going to totally veto that because I would take like a cannon to my Carmi ship, so I would be on the ship.
Sarah's going down with the Carmi ship.
I'm going down with the Carmi ship.
We'll sync together.
Yeah.
I don't have a Whoa or an I Know shirt, and it's kind of bumming me out because I see yours every week.
We will send you
these ones.
both of them. These ones that we've been wearing every week. We won't even wash it. We'll just send it straight to you.
So I was really sad because Tuesday the entire cast and crew, they were in LA. I live in Nashville. That's where I am right now. And
oh yeah, we didn't know where you were. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm in Nashville, and everybody watched it together in LA. So I FaceTimed them just sobbing. And I had my, if anyone watches Friends, I had my Rachel from Friends moment where she's like moving to Paris and she individually says goodbye to everyone. I had that over the phone, and I was the mess on the phone, and Rita was like keeping it together really well. And then the second we hung up, she like texted me a picture because Carter had given us a bunch of memorabilia, and she texted me a photo of our Carmi best friend necklaces. Because he's giving her one.
You're getting one, right?
He's like, I'm so sad now. Why?
Well, you guys probably haven't seen each other in a while because you finished shooting the season a little while ago, right?
Yeah, we finished shooting a while ago. But we all, like, we watched the premiere together, and we all hang out. We all live within 3 miles of each other in a radius.
Oh, okay.
In LA, but yeah, so we don't see each other as often as we would if we were shooting. But that's what we all said when we were all talking on the phone. We were like, so can we all still be friends?
Don't forget about me. Okay, next question. On a scale from 1 to Sabrina the Teenage Bitch, how jealous was Karma after watching Sabrina and Amy get back together?
We could see it in your eyes.
I know. It's hard because, like, I discuss it because obviously, you know, we always have to play the karma questioning a little bit. But it's like the way I had to play it was that I was like, I was jealous that she had ended up with someone and, like, I'm still alone kind of thing. But, you know, seeing that eventually Carter's plan was to, like, put us together, we wouldn't have, like, ended up together because our friendship is too important and something was going to change. So I would say, just because it's karma, I'd say she was, like, what is it? It's 1 to Sabrina the Teenage Bitch?
Yes.
7. She's, like, a 7 or 8. She's not crazy, because if she was Sabrina the Teenage Bitch, she would have just, like, sabotaged it right then and there and
yes, exactly.
Not let it happen. So I'd say, like, between, like, 5 and 7.
Okay.
It's a good number. Those are good.
It's good enough for me to know.
But I will say, when I got that script, Sabrina the Teenage Bitch line was not in there. And I said, hey, guys, can I call her Sabrina the Teenage Bitch? And they were like, why didn't we think of that? So they wrote it.
We said the same thing. When your character said it, we were like, why didn't we come up with that nickname? That's obviously the nickname she should have. It was really good.
Like, they had to have made her name Sabrina, because there's a line coming up like that. Just actually, no, that's not true. I was going to say, no one ever said, like, I said, you name me Karma so that somebody's going to say Karma's a bitch at some point. And they didn't.
And you say it.
And Lauren eventually said it. But when I said that to them, they were kind of like, I didn't even think of it.
And they just gave you a computer and they're like, you should just write the next episode. Yeah. I should.
I could never. That's the thing.
And he wrote it, and then they got the script and they canceled the show.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
They actually, at the start of every season, they would, like, sit down with us and they're like, cool, in your perfect world, what would happen this season? And I'm like, that's just like an umbrella of opportunities. I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah.
I'm really bad anytime they ask me questions before a season.
You're like, I trust you wherever you take her.
I'm like, oh, good. People love it. So
that's what she doesn't
me feel good. We did not get canceled based on storyline, or I don't know why we got canceled. I know it was nothing to do with creativity and it was nothing to do with the fans, because the fans and everyone who watched the show, they love it and they're so loyal and so awesome.
Yeah. So, I mean, how many times do they have to get faking it to trend?
What?
I mean, how many times do we need to get faking it to trend so MTV knows, hey, we like the show?
Yeah. Who knows, man? But hopefully there will be another show that you guys can recap for me that I'll be on.
Interesting. Okay, so the next question is a very important question, and we have very important questions on the show. Yeah. Would you rather have parents in a polyandrous relationship like Karma, or divorced parents like Amy?
I would say divorced parents, because there's always the chance they'll get back together.
That's good. I think, like, I don't know. I mean, like, Karma did a pretty good job, actually.
What's his name? What's Amy's dad's name? I said it in a line, but I forget. Whatever. Amy's hot dad. That's what I called him on set. But he's hot dad and Farrah, they still wanted each other. It just never happened, so.
Mm-hmm.
There's still a chance. If he retires, maybe.
I just don't know how I would feel if my mom and dad, who I always picture as being in love, were like, hey, it's just the two of us just not cutting it and we need one more. I would probably be like, out.
Yeah. I love you, but I cannot do this.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to.
Next question.
All right, yes. So you
play one-sided. What would you choose?
Divorced parents, 100%.
Yeah.
As much as I love my parents are still together, and I love them together. But yeah, if they brought in a new person.
Like, I can't even think of my two parents kissing, let alone 3 people.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so if you could... Sorry.
I said next question.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If you could have played a different character, male or female, or like any
Old or
age,
young.
old or young, anyone on Faking It, who would you have liked to have played?
There are so many. I would want to do a few episodes as Shane. And then I would want to play my father, Lucas. Because he was...
How come? That's interesting.
Because I think I just more so want to be Lance Barber, the actor who played my dad. Because he's just hysterical. And him and Amy Farrington together playing my parents, I could not do scenes with them because I was laughing every single time. Like when we did the swing dance, they had to improv dancing, which wound up in the episode, and I died. Like, I think you actually see it in my face when I try to say the line, we have to break them up tonight, that, like, there's a little hint of smiles.
There's a little quiver.
They're behind the camera, where I said to them before they called action, I said, please don't dance behind the camera, because I'm not going to get together. And they were thrusting on each other behind the camera. So
basically everything they did, they're just like, we don't need the lines, we know what to do. We'll just do it.
Well, and that's the thing, is like, initially, the Lucas character, in all of the scripts, he had one-word lines. And that was like a joke. And like the Lance Barber just made it so much more than just one-word lines. I don't know how he did it. Like, I don't picture him as having one-word lines anymore.
Yeah.
He's just...
They're both really, really funny. They're obviously our favorite parents on the show.
Yeah.
There should be a reality show about Lucas and Molly.
Yeah. I mean, they should take over Sister Wives.
I do remember their names. Yes, Sister Wives. And I freaked out over Leslie Grossman being Diane. Because I was an avid What I Like About You watcher.
Yeah.
He was on that. And I was like, can we be best friends, please?
You're like, I'm fine, actually, with these three being together.
Yeah.
It's not mine.
So I'm fine with the three of them. I mean, it's like, it's not surprising.
Yeah. No, of course not. Okay, our next question is that, so Karma in the series seems to do a lot of romantic gestures. I mean, a lot for Amy. Let's be real. What's the most romantic thing you've ever done in real life? I need to know because I need notes. I need ideas.
God, I wish Paul was here so I could ask.
You're like, what have I done?
What have I done?
Have you never done that? You never sung outside someone's window?
I've never sung outside of someone's window. being that I write songs, I've written a lot of songs for him, but he writes songs too, so he does that back to me, so it's kind of not fair.
Yeah. They like cancels each other out.
Yeah. But, oh God, the most romantic thing I've ever done. I surprised him and I took him, this is lavish, so this is not, I took him with my family to Portugal. Family. But it was just more so because I was like, I kind of in my head was like, I know he can't take time off, but he will if I like say we're going.
Yeah.
He took time off so that we could go. Other than that, like, I'll do thoughtful things like, well, actually, he's more, not that I'm not thoughtful, but like he's more romantic. Mm-hmm. And he, because we do partial long distance, he wrote me a stack of letters that said to like open at certain times. So there was one that was like, open when you miss me, open when you're hungry, open when, like all these different cards for me to open at different times. So then I copied him and I gave that to him for Christmas.
Well, that's really cute. It's not fair when you guys are singer-songwriters, though.
Yeah. It's not fair. But, I mean, he can write me songs all day. I actually was, like, really nerdy, and if you see, this is his studio that I'm in because it has good lighting. But he's in Boys Like Girls, and I saw them in concert when I was 14. So I kind of fangirled for, like, the first month that we started dating.
You're like, do you remember me? I was in the audience.
I was a really, like, overweight 14-year-old standing in the front asking you to sign my arm. No, I actually never met him that day. I think they were in a different band, but their record had just come out, and I only knew one of their songs, so I was a bad fan.
Oh my goodness.
That's inspirational for all the baby dykes watching.
All the fangirls. Yeah, they're just like, it can happen.
It happens.
It happens. It happened to Katie. It can happen to you. You just need your own show on MTV, and then it will happen to you.
No, I started dating him before I got Faking It.
Oh, really? Was it after American Idol?
Yeah, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, no, that's a pretty big show, too, Katie. This little show called American Idol.
You guys not know that after I did American Idol, I realized, like, hey, they don't really do anything for you after. And then I was, like, broke as a joke, and I started working at Sprinkles Cupcakes in Los Angeles. And right next door to where we shot American Idol. And people would come to the window, and I'd be like, what can I get for you today? And they'd be like, your face looks very familiar. And I'm like, no, I don't. I just have a familiar face.
Desmond, you have no idea who I am.
No idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
They're just like, thanks so much for the ratings. We're dropping you. Goodbye. You can go work at Sprinkles Cupcakes now.
So I worked at Sprinkles Cupcakes, and I had been auditioning for things, but no one really gave me the time of day because they're like, oh, you're just an idol who you think you can act. And it was my Faking It audition that, like, Carter Covington didn't even look at my resume. It wasn't until my test for MTV that he was like, oh, you were on American Idol. And I was like, yeah, did you not look at my resume? The only thing on it. Yeah, so that's how. But, yeah, I don't really think that, like, Paul would have been like, oh, my God, she was on American Idol. he's met far cooler people than me.
No, okay. All right.
All right, so as you know, we like to nickname all of the characters on Faking It.
Some of them.
Fave.
And if you could have picked a nickname for Karma, what would you have given her?
God. I mean, I liked the good karma, bad karma. You guys kind of dropped that along the way, though.
We did! Because we're like, is it good karma or bad karma? Because she's being bad karma, but it's good for us. So.
Exactly. Confused.
Constant confusion.
Constant confusion. I could never knew what she wanted. Like, it was weird because she did know what she wanted. That's what she was always going after. And then realized that, like, what she wanted was never what she wanted. If that makes sense.
She was never honest with herself.
Ever.
The entire series.
So, like, that is the hard thing, because it's like, I feel like early on, Carter was kind of like talking to us about how he at some point envisioned the fact that Carmen and Amy would try. But he didn't know what the outcome of it would be. And I think both of us were kind of like, I feel like once Karma and Amy are together, it would change their friendship, which is what the entire show is based on. Like, you two are friends.
Yeah.
Would you date, or would that, like, change?
I 100% would, and then ruin the friendship.
I just made everything so awkward for you, huh?
Oh, she knows.
Guys,
it's okay. She gets it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we've been friends since high school,
But
too.
if you date any, like, I have a lot of, like, best guy friends that, like, if I were to date them, it would change everything and it wouldn't be fun anymore.
See, they also sabotage all of Sarah's relationships.
Right. It's just Carmi.
Very similar, yeah. We're the real life Carmi.
Does that mean you straight?
I'm
Are
straight
you
one.
straight in this scenario?
Yes.
Yeah,
obviously.
it's like I would have liked to, because it was Carter always talked about how, like, season 1 was Amy's evolution of how she figured out her sexuality, and the final season of Faking It, if we had it the way we wanted it to be, was that the final season would be Karma's evolution, and it would be her questioning, and she would try with Amy, and, you know, they would both together, so that no sides got hurt in the situation, they would both together realize, this is changing our friendship for the worse, not for the better. So they would kind of go their separate ways, but you would see them do exactly what they wanted to do, is be roommates in college, have houses next door to each other, and it would be like the basis of the Carmi friendship and what the ship sails on, you know? Yeah.
Well, I'm sure someone has already or is going to write a fan fiction about it.
Right.
So we'll still get our happy ending in the fan fiction.
We will. I, like, read one very, very raunchy fan fiction, and that was the end of fan fiction for me.
Most are.
Yeah. I was like, I don't think I could read this.
Oh no, I gotta stop, yeah.
I'll never be able to look at my fans the same way again. So
Sarah probably wrote that one,
maybe.
Though. Might have been Sarah's. Okay, our final question for you is, so say there's like, it's like a whole thing now is with revivals, right? There's like Gilmore Girls revival and all these revivals. 7 years down the road, there's going to be a Faking It revival. Karma and Amy are finished college. What would you want the movie to be about?
Well, since we didn't get to do, like, the evolution, I would want that evolution to happen in the movie. So give the fans what they want and have them see Karma kind of try to figure herself out and, you know, Amy be a part of that and have, you know, Karma kind of come to a point of being like, nothing has worked out with anybody else. Why is that? I love Amy. Is my love for her, you know, more than a friend? Let's try it, and then have them have the whoa, I know moment that's not a dream.
Yeah.
And then see how that pans out, and then I'll let Carter write it from there, and hopefully at the end is like a happy ending of them both being content in their own lives, but still being best friends and having houses next door to each other and raising little babies, baby dykes.
And Felix will still be in the background, sad.
Felix will still be practicing guitar underneath the window.
I feel like after this broadcast now, there's going to be like a Kickstarter for the Faking It movie.
Probably, yeah.
You raise, like, tons of money, like, anything's
in a second. You guys are funded in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to do rapid fire questions with you. So rapid fire questions are basically, we're going to say, you know, like, hot or cold, and then you got to say what you prefer.
Okay.
So you might not know the context. We might just say two things, and you're like...
Then hot or cold.
Yeah. But it won't be hot or cold, obviously. It's going to be much more difficult.
All right. Bring it on.
Are you ready? You ready? Okay. Old Lisbeth or new Lisbeth?
Old Lisbeth.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Soko or Alicia?
Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart's ex-girlfriends.
I feel like you guys like Soko, so...
We want Kristen Stewart to ourselves, so we don't even care.
Okay, so no one.
Yeah. No one. Good answer. Puppies or kitties?
Puppies. I have mine right here. Wait. This is Winnie.
No. What's his name?
Winnie?
Her name is Winnie the Pooh.
He's so cute.
Paul wanted to name her Whoopi Goldberg, and I said no.
Oh, that's good.
All right.
Okay, next. Hawaiian pizza or donuts?
Hawaiian pizza. But not ham. It has to be bacon.
Oh, okay. That's better.
Yeah, but I mean, put a donut in front of me, I'm going to eat it.
Yeah. Mean Girls or Clueless?
Mean Girls.
This one was Adriana's. Liam Booker or a moldy cucumber?
Liam Booker.
You didn't even have to for that one.
I hate mold. Anything that's dying in my fridge is out.
A regular cucumber, yes. Moldy, no. All-you-can-eat buffet or vegan cafe?
Vegan cafe.
Are you vegan?
I'm not. But I actually...
Just healthy?
But I'm just healthy, but I've found there are tons of places in Nashville that are like vegan places, but their food is amazing. So I'm like, why not? All you could eat buffet, like, you don't know what's in there.
Diarrhea is what's in there.
There's hair in all your food.
Yeah. And people sneezing.
Yeah.
All right. Shower or bath?
Depends on if I'm in a rush. If I'm not in a rush, bath. If I'm in a rush, shower.
Tegan or Sarah?
Oh, both. I was actually hanging out with, I watched the Bachelor finale with Tegan and a bunch of other people. And it was like, I was like, I'm on Faking It. She's like, yeah. I was like, you guys should be on it. And she was like, yeah, absolutely. And then we got canceled. So.
Oh.
Maybe what the hell? Season 4 obviously would have been the best season of all time of any show.
I don't know.
Oh, they're gonna... MTV's getting a nasty letter from me real soon.
Yeah. I mean, they had just got 6 dozen donuts from fans the other day that said "Stay Faking It," so.
Oh.
See, because, like, LGBT fans are the best fans, and we always say this, because we're so loyal.
They are. I literally never, I mean, I had nothing.
You probably didn't even know what to expect, did you, when you got into this?
I really didn't. I really, really didn't. And it's been more than I could ever imagine in a good way.
Sometimes it's probably a little scary, but then, you know, you're like, oh.
Like the landing at the airport and someone being a baggage claim is a little scary, because then I'm like, you might know my address, which is scary. But I mean, it comes with the territory. But I mean, my favorite thing ever is going to Q&As and listening to fans. And I was really sad I couldn't go to the last Q&A that we did, but I watched it, and just hearing all the fans saying, like, you know, this was my experience in high school, so thank you for making this. Or I came out to my mom while we watched the show together. Like, just all of those things were incredible, because we know that the show is so special to so many people. We know that internally. So to hear it actually coming from these kids' mouths is amazing.
Yeah. So now, actually, speaking of fans, we're going to open it up to all the people here.
People on the side, like, yelling, like, why aren't you reading the...
Screaming at you, yeah. So either you can pick the questions if you want, or if you want us to pick them, it's up to you. Sometimes they go by really quickly. I think so many people are writing that it's so delayed.
I was about to curse. Stum267-348 said, how do you think Karma has changed from season 1 to now? She still always makes mistakes, which is why you guys are always mad at her. I just ask everyone to be nice. You know, she's 15. It's like, I just ask anybody who asks me about Karma, I'm like, just think about what you were like when you were 15. Like, did you have it figured out? Did you make mistakes? Did you hurt people? Yes.
Yeah.
But I think the good thing and what I liked about her evolution is she was more conscious of who she hurt, and she was more conscious of Amy's feelings. Even though, you know, it's hard if somebody has a crush on you. It's like, hard to try to be normal with them because you're constantly trying to tiptoe around their feelings. So that was probably the hardest thing about playing Karma is like, you know, her intentions are amazing, but you know she's always going to get the brunt of everyone being so angry with her about the whole Amy Karma situation. But I mean, I think especially like that's what I liked about this finale was she put her feelings for Sabrina aside and just said, you know, I want you to be happy, and if this is what is going to make you happy, then that is what I'm supportive of. So
season 1 Karma would have never done that.
Season 1 Karma just had no idea what she was doing. But part of why she's lovable, I guess. I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all our 15-year-olds watching are like, I'm 15 and I'm a mess. So
I was a nightmare in high school.
I'm 23 and I'm a mess. So they go by so fast.
You do.
What was your reaction when you landed the role? Isaiah B. 1388. I was actually taking a nap. And
mid-afternoon?
Well, I went in. My entire audition process was just a mess. I was the very last person they saw for Karma. And I, went in and I read, and Allison Silverberg, our casting director, was like, can you wait 5 minutes? And she called Carter in, who I didn't even know who he was. I thought he was another casting person. And so he asked me to come in for the director. On my way to my session with the director, the shirt I was wearing, because normally in auditions you wear the same clothes that you wore at the first one. My shirt was in the car. I had to find something in my back seat that I had that just did not match at all. And so they were like, yeah, we really like you. Could you bring clothes tomorrow? So know what you're going to wear for the network? And I was like, cool. So I went in for the network. Rita will tell this story over and over again about how I was so nervous. I was sweating and I was fanning my pits. I had never tested for anything before. So even though I wound up being, because Rita and I went out for Karma, and at the test they asked her to stay and read for Amy, even though at that point I was the only person for Karma, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm getting this. And so I just went home and I forgot about it, and I was napping, and my agents called me and they were like, hey, so you got it. And I immediately started hysterically crying and jumping up and down on my bed.
Oh my god, that's such a good story.
Yeah.
You need to write a book, because I'm loving all of these backstories.
Yeah, I feel
Working at Sprinkles, not having clothes, I love these.
I'd be writing the book, and because that's what happens when I read books, is I immediately start falling asleep. So I'd be falling asleep after typing.
The half a chapter book of Stephen's book.
Chapter. And then the rest of it is just keys from sleeping.
Yeah, it's just a keyboard. Yeah.
I thought my dog was eating the carpet. If they did a reboot and you couldn't be in it, who would you want to play you? No one, because they're never going to do that without me.
I would want to play Karma again.
Gosh, they're all. What do you think about?
Maybe there's one or two more, because they'll just go forever.
They will go forever.
Can you explain this to me? Excellence. What do you think of all the dead lesbians on television lately? What?
Yeah, we can explain that. So basically what's happening is there's this lesbian trope that a lot of showrunners and writers are killing off lesbian characters. So they'll come in for sometimes it's just sweeps weeks lesbians and they'll kill them off, or long-term characters, and it's been happening more and more so. I think there's over 80 lesbian characters on television that have been killed off. So people are really mad because they're like, why don't the white men die? Why are you killing off all the lesbians? That's basically what's been happening.
Well,
and we made a joke because Carter came out and said that no person on Faking It is going to die, and then we're like, so MTV's like, fine, cancel it if you're not going to kill it.
Yeah. Well, no one did die on Faking It, which is good.
No one died, so you guys are so far above the rest. It's unbelievable.
Good.
Yeah.
Wow, well, that's sad, and I hope that changes.
I think now that people are talking about it.
If someone tries to kill me, I'll quit. What is my favorite curse word? I don't... Fuck.
That's ours too.
good. I think it's everyone's.
You use it for everything.
Yeah.
So versatile.
Used in any sentence.
Yeah.
Some of these questions I don't know what they mean.
Would you rather be a dog or... That was a question.
That was the question. Just no.
Or...
Sleep all day and have zero responsibility. People just feed me.
You just get food.
Great. I never have to worry about, like, being in shape ever. My stomach could drag on the ground. It would have been like in season 4.
Katie, maybe there's one more question you want to answer.
Oh, well, I'll let you guys pick that. There are too many.
Oh, God. I never, like... You can pick it, Sarah, if you want.
Okay, I'm looking through them.
Sarah's gonna pick a real good one.
It's hard.
Okay. Okay, so I've seen this a couple times. People are asking, are there any upcoming projects that you have?
Or that you can talk about, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
What's next?
I wasn't allowed to do anything. When you're signed on to a show, you're not allowed to do any other shows contractually, so I wasn't really able to do anything. So I found out Faking It ended on Thursday, and I've gotten like 4 auditions a day since then. So it's just a matter of me booking things. So nothing yet.
You'll tell us right away, right?
I'll tell you right away. I know.
Okay, cool.
I'm like, what if my next character doesn't have anything to do with LGBT? Is like no one gonna watch me?
Of course. Again, LGBT fans are gonna follow you until you die.
Yeah.
That's just what we do.
Good. That's what I want to happen.
Yep.
Good.
Make sure you let all the casting directors know. Like, do you know how many LGBT fans I have? Millions.
Millions and millions.
It seems like millions because they're so active.
It seems like billions.
Well,
So active.
that's a cool thing. I'm actually drinking out of an Amsterdam mug. That's a cool thing about Faking It was like I got to go to Europe a few months ago and like meeting people over there, and it's like the times over there are so different. Like people aren't as accepting as we are, and it kind of makes me feel good that America's so progressive in the LGBT world that, you know, we're so accepting over here. Gay marriage is legal, all of that. And like when I went to Poland, they were kind of like, that's not really the way that it is here. So like you're gonna go on our version of Good Morning America and kind of talk about it. And I'm like, ooh, I hope no one's offensive because I'm gonna get real mean real quick.
Yeah.
Very protective of my LGBT fans. But no, everyone over there was so wonderful, and to meet the fans over there, it's just so cool because especially in a time that they don't have things like that, for them to be able to watch something like Faking It that airs on their televisions, it gives them hope that, you know, their countries are going to become more progressive as well.
Yeah, because for some, there's so many, because like we're from Toronto, and so we're kind of in the same boat as you. Like sometimes we forget that other places in the world aren't as progressive or accepting. So we're just like, we make jokes about like the hardest thing we have to deal with is like Chris and Stuart getting a new girlfriend. But we're like, oh, some people like actually get kicked out of their homes and all this horrible stuff happens. So yes, when you get a show like Faking It and you're just like, oh, like it gives you hope and you're like, hopefully that'll happen in my country one day.
Yeah. Well, I've been to Toronto. That's where I got this pierced.
Where did you go? Where were you? What were you doing in Toronto?
It was on the American Idol tour. And it was a bar that's attached to a tattoo / piercing place.
I feel like there's probably several in Toronto. So you're gonna have to be more.
It was like so long ago, but yeah, I remember my mom told me I like couldn't get piercings, so I was like, "Hey, mom," and I FaceTimed her. And I had this, and she goes, "That's not real." And I was like, "Yeah, it is." And she goes, "Tug on it." And I went, defiant teen years. That was as defiant as I got, though.
Okay, well, I think we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, we'll let you get on with your life.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, what's up? I'm literally just gonna leave and play with my dog, because that's how it is.
Thanks so much for doing this for us. We were like, you and everyone, you have no idea how nice Katie Stevens is. She's the absolute nicest person on the planet. Every time you message us, Sarah's like, I don't understand.
Like, I don't get it. Why
is she so nice? Why is she so nice?
Because my mom would kick my ass if I was anything less.
Well, your mom raised you very well.
Thank you. Well, thank you guys for being so supportive of the show. We, as a cast, we love you guys and the fans, and we used to watch you all the time on set. So we love you guys as much as you love us. So thank you guys for being supportive. And I'm sorry the show has to end, but like all endings, there are new beginnings. And hopefully all of us are going to go on to do awesome things that you guys can support and stay in our lives while we stay in this.
We can't wait to see what you guys all do next.
Fingers crossed. That's a scary thing about unemployment.
Toes and legs. And that's it. I can't cross anything else.
Well, thank you guys so much for having me.
Thank you, Katie. Yeah.
And thanks everyone for watching the series finale of Faking It Friday.
Bye. Bye, Katie.
Bye.
So that was Katie Stevens, guys.
You didn't know who that
was. It was Katie Stevens. She plays Karma for Faking It. This thing that we recap. So thank you guys for watching Faking It Friday. That's it for us. We're now going to disappear into the night. You'll never hear from us again.
That's so sad. Bye, Adrianna. It's a sad way to end it.
Yeah. Thank you guys
for watching every week and for watching Faking It. I think the show meant a lot to us, and we know it meant a lot to you guys.
Yeah, it was one of the only shows that, they weren't afraid of representing the underrepresented, like trans, intersex, like so many shows don't portray any of that. And to be a teen show of all shows, which was really great.
Just so many feelings.
So many feelings. I'm going to go cry into the shirt.
Yeah.
As soon as it's over. So.
Alright guys, but thanks again for watching us recap MTV show Faking It and for tuning in to see Katie Stevens and for all your questions.
Yeah. Thank you guys, and that's it. Bye.
Bye.